Health Week, and on Monday, doctors spoke about some of the physical conditions they can struggle to open up about. Today, we're continuing the conversation and discussing mental well-being and why black men in the UK are more likely to be diagnosed with severe problems.
Rhys Stephenson's been finding out why some might find it harder than others to open up and takes on some really tough topics. More and more men are starting to open up about their mental health struggles, but men in the black community still find it hard to open up for lots of reasons. Growing up, I struggled with my sense of identity. As a young black man, I questioned where I fitted in this world where many people saw me as a minority. And it was these thoughts that I didn't realize at the time but really affected my mental health. But of course, I never want to speak about this because when it comes to talking about your mental health, it's just something that black men find difficult. According to the mental health charity Mind, black men in the UK are far more likely to be diagnosed with severe mental health problems, which worries me a lot. I'm meeting 21-year-old Quaker Salic to talk about the pressures young black men face. Why do you think that there is this crisis among black men with mental health?
I think for just years in general, I feel like there's been a lot of pain passed on to black men and black people in general. You feel like you're holding a lot of like expectations on terms of what it means to be a black person. So it's been passed down through generations. Coming from raised in African culture, it's like mental health is not really spoken about. You know, it's not really seen as a real thing.
Yeah, not acknowledged.
Yeah, it's not acknowledged at all.
The feeling of not being able to talk openly about your mental health is something which has affected Kwaku too.
It's not been easy. Like in the past, I had feelings of being stressed by just life and not only like a feeling of hatred towards myself and thinking that no one really understands me. And it led me to go down paths of like wanting to self-harm myself and not like attempting suicide because I didn't think like I could be a blessing to the world or give anything to the world at that point. I think when I started to struggle mentally, the first thing you think is, okay, I don't want the pain to go on to anyone else. And I feel like I just stayed to myself and isolated myself from people, which just made it worse.
I totally relate to that. And, you know, the more and more I think about that, I still have that tendency about myself. And I'm still learning to kind of go like, that's not what it is. People do want to hear about it. Talking with Kwaku has made me realize that despite what I think, sometimes even I'm not as open and honest about my own feelings. It's something which is really common among black men. And it's an issue that's been brought to light through a recent London theatre play called For Black Boys Who've Considered Suicide When the Hue Gets Too Heavy. It follows 6 young black men who meet for a group therapy session, and together, the characters deal with issues many black men face growing up, which can affect their mental health as young adults. From racism to racial profiling, identity and stereotyping, these are things the actors can relate to.
I brushed all of those experiences off, thinking that those were stuff that I dealt with.
I found it's hard, like hitting the depths of the emotions that these guys are feeling.
I saw the play and it resonated with me a lot. I'm meeting some of the cast members and want to know their thoughts on why black men need to open up and how they can do this. And why do you feel that this play is so important now?
It's so important to show that everyone needs help. We all have different experiences, but at the end of the day, mental health is the biggest issue of them all, and that's what we need to start talking about.
As much as I love the play, there is one thing that I felt, I don't know how realistic this is, and it's the fact that you had 6 black men who went to therapy. But this got me thinking about where are the places that young black men could go to when they feel themselves struggling with their mental health?
I found a lot of solace in church because just like anywhere else, church is full of normal people, a lot of people that have problems just like you.
A lot of the time, what I realized, what I could have done when I wanted to talk was just speak to my community. Just like you said, it's very unrealistic for a group of 6 black men to come together and talk when in actual fact they do it every day in the barber shop.
Professional therapy isn't for everyone, but it doesn't need to be. For some people, it's just about talking to your mates about how you're feeling. And as it turns out, a barbershop is a really good place to do it. Mitch Momodu is a barber from East London who is used to customers sharing their problems. And recently, he has received mental health training from the local council to offer more than just a haircut and a friendly ear. So Mitch, tell me about the initiative you've got with Islington Council and using your barbershop to help the young men in your community.
The barbershop, for some people, like you would know yourself, you may have one barber for a long
by them. This is it. What we're trying to do is trying to just get some barbers in the community trained on mental health, first aid at least, so that they can be able to spot certain things a lot quicker, right? And then maybe signpost or maybe sort of give some sort of information on where to go to find more help, more assistance, right? There was a guy who came in, oh, I'm going through this, and just talking, and then he's like, yeah, this happened as well. And then another guy was like, right, that happens to you too. I thought it was only me. And I was like, and then you find relatable stories as well.
Yeah.
So this is an amazing space.
This initiative at Mitch's Barbershop is a wonderful idea, and I think it will save a lot of lives. And it's not just the barbers. There are several schemes across the borough in schools and colleges. I'm meeting local councillor Jason Jackson to find out why it's essential to reach black men at a young age.
We want young black boys to be able to talk about what they're dealing with. In a society that there is that narrative, you need to be masculine. You can't show weakness. We tend to feel that we can't talk about it.
Admitting that you're having troubles with mental health doesn't mean that there's something wrong or bad with you. It just means that's just part of life.
This is what this program is about, to really embed back into young black boys the true identity of who they are. They can do anything they want to do. They can aspire, they can be confident, and they can be part of the wider community, making a good, positive impact.
I've met several people in London today, and I know this is a nationwide problem across black communities. Getting men to open up is a real challenge in the first place, and it can be scary taking that first step.
Talking about how you're feeling and mental health can be hard, especially when you come from a community that doesn't traditionally encourage people to share their problems. But it's because it's hard why we need to keep talking. Each time someone does speak out, it makes it a little bit easier for the next person to do the same. And that can change a life.
Can't say it enough. Talking about it is so important, isn't it? I love the idea with Mitch and the barber and hairdressers. They're always there, always listening, aren't they?
They are, and it was such a powerful film. Rhys, thank you for making that, and everybody involved as well.
We did a special mental health show on Morning Live a couple of weeks ago. It's 31st of May, and there was loads of great advice and tips on there. So please visit the iPlayer if you want to see that.
Absolutely, and if you need support with mental health, details are available at bbc.co.uk/actionline, or you can call for free at any time to hear recorded information on 08000 155 99.
Getting outside is